guys, it's Darcy here. So, this is like my first time actually doing a video without it just being an audio. So this will be really interesting. So, this is going to be a fail video. So, bear with me, guys. Persistent Queen here. So, let's go ahead and start with today's topic. So, I want to talk today about why self-concept is so important. So, we're going to talk about that. So why is self-concept so important when you're manifesting? First and foremost, when you are manifesting, you don't have to have a good self-concept to get what you want. I think we are programmed to believe that we're just taught by society, like to go to school, to make good grades, to get money, you have to do something, right? So when I say self-concept, people are instantly like, oh my God, I got to do all these things. Like I got to do so much. I have to be perfect. If I'm not perfect, it's not going to work. That's wrong. Okay. So what you need to do is remind yourself that take self-concept out of the equation of like that being equal to you receiving your manifestation. Okay. Because it has nothing to do with it. What it has to do with is keeping your manifestation. So we're going to have an example. Let's say there's a girl named Molly, and Molly has had past relationships with unavailable men. She is always chasing, she's checking social media, she's doing all these things to keep up with, like, let's say she likes a guy named Alex, okay? So Alex is always out and about with his friends. He's like kind of ignoring Molly. Molly has made it clear she's into him. They've been sleeping together, but Alex is like, So Molly is chasing Alex, texting him all the time, checking his followers list, going through his likes, and calling him out like, why is this girl liking your photo? Why is this girl saying this? Why'd you get a new follower, right? So first and foremost, that is, if you put yourself in Alex's shoes, that is just toxic and just, you feel like you're in a chokehold. You literally do, because somebody is like just watching your every move. Now, you put yourself in Molly's position. This is somebody who's in a victim mode right now. They're feeling like they have to go the extra mile in order to get something they want. Okay, so this is where self-concept is important. Molly's still manifesting Alex, regardless of her self-concept. But when let's say he starts to conform, and he's like, you know what, maybe I will give it a chance. Or maybe there's some type of situation where they back away from each other. She comes across the law of assumption. She starts applying it, and boom, he's texting her, reaching out, wanting to hang out and do all that, right? So now has a choice, and that is she going to go back to her old ways, or is she going to be the new and improved Molly? So I'm not really big into techniques. You can do them if you want, but I always like to tell clients, try to think when you're taking action in the new you. Well, when you're taking action, when you're interacting with your 3D, ask yourself, am I responding from the old me or the new me? Because that's really, really important. So the old you may have chased, checked the followers, all that crap. So Molly has that choice, right? So let's say Molly decides to go back to her old ways. What is that going to create again? The same exact 3D. That is why it is so important to work on your self-concept, because that is how you keep your manifestations, okay? So let's say she ends up manifesting Alex away again, and it's the same crap. He's like backed away, and maybe in his reality, he's not doing anything wrong. He's just like feeling like somebody's trying to control him and he doesn't like it. And so he's just backing off. Whereas in Molly's world, it's, you don't want me, you don't like me, you have somebody else. I mean, all these thoughts start coming in, right? So two different perception of realities, correct? But guess what? He's going to conform to hers. And, that's just how it is. So let's say Molly realizes it's time to act right. It's time to realize that our worth has nothing to do with someone's actions. So Molly starts backing away, feeling indifferent towards the situation, not feeding into the 3D, realizing, okay, I created this situation. I'm not going to keep harping on it. I'm not going to be like, why is he not doing this? Why is he not doing that? Blah, 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 blah. Just accountability. She goes and lives her life. She's starting to hang out with old friends she hasn't seen in a long time. She maybe deactivates social media. You don't have to, I'm just saying. And then she just kind of feels good. She's like, you know what? I am worthy. I am amazing. Why did I feel like I needed to micromanage this whole thing? I needed to focus on all these things that I didn't need to. So now Alex starts to come in again, And this time, they're going to have a different relationship dynamic. We don't know the timeline of how long or how things unravel, but there's going to be a different dynamic. The first thing to remind yourself is you're not doing these things to get something. You're doing these things so that you change the way you see things in your reality, so that you can have a pleasant life and not go through all this chaos constantly. It's like we're always waiting on the shoe to drop. Okay? So I have seen it myself with clients all the time. It's like they'll manifest them in so quickly, but their self-concept goes back to the way it was. So I hope that example explains self-concept, why self-concept's so important, because then you start to take things and you look at them differently. You no longer take things personal. You no longer feel like, oh my gosh, like, you know, this person's not texting me right now. So what? I'm going to go live my life. I know they're going to reach out to me. I know they're going to talk to me. I know it has nothing to do with me. You know, like I was watching The Real World Las Vegas, like from 2002. So it was on Netflix. But one of the girls on there was like she got upset because one of the guys was like, basically saying he was into her, but the way he worded it, she didn't like it and she felt extremely rejected. When in reality, he just didn't want to be this guy that was hooking up with all the roommates. And she took it the wrong way. Self-concept. Don't put your worth in someone else's actions or with someone else's actions. It has nothing to do with it. So with self-concept, you know, it allows us to see less roadblocks. It allows us to hold accountability. And it just allows us to have a smoother ride. So definitely work on your self-concept. No, it doesn't mean you're not going to get your manifestation regardless. You're going to get it either way. But this can help you along the way. So I hope this video helped. And let me know if you want to see more videos with me, my face. I'm just like, I don't know. I love my podcast, but I do need to get more out there. I know you guys really enjoy videos like this. So let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.